I just got done with a fantastic float. It's the first trip I've had out with this boat this year, and it was really a shakedown trip to hopefully fish for king salmon in a little bit. And today I was fortunate enough to bring along with me the best fisherman that I've ever fished with for salmon. I think the guy could catch a salmon in a mud puddle somewhere, and so it was nice to take somebody along who is much more experienced than I am and be able to look at it and think about it. And hopefully he'll come back out with me when there's some salmon in the river and we can catch some salmon. That'd be awesome. But today's just going to be a float trip down the river, look at the river. Beautiful day to be out. We're supposed to have a record high of 75 today. It's been unseasonably warm up here in Alaska for about 2 weeks now. We haven't seen a stitch of rain. No rain scheduled for another week. We'll see what that brings, but there should be salmon in this river, allegedly, in another week or so. And so hopefully we'll get back out, although I have another conflicting trip that may keep me from doing this. We'll see how that goes. The river, it was nice yesterday. Yesterday I took a jet boat trip up this same river all the way to the glacier. That was another amazing kind of world-class trip with another buddy. And so it was nice to get a look at where we'd be floating and where I needed to pull in and tuck in and things like that. So that was a really good trip as well. So hopefully we'll see you on the river soon, and enjoy the video upcoming here. Thanks for watching.
You know, I could launch it right here, but
well, we're just hitting the river. It's going to be awesome. I was just saying, so I'm fishing today with a professional river guide, and I was just telling him, you're going to see things today that I do that you're going to go, wow, that guy's an idiot. And we should never rule that out, because I am. But it's going to be awesome. They said that we're supposed to get a heat record today. Yesterday, it reached 75, and that was a new record, and they think that we'll set a new record again today.
I don't know, too many clouds. They're sure pretty.
oh, sunscreen?
Yeah, I'm an albino.
Oh, well, I might.
You're welcome to some right
I
now.
will.
That's part of the allure of this fishing. So we're right at slack, almost high tide, and so there's very little or no current here, and so we're having to row to get down. It's kind of a pain, but that's the way it is. Beautiful day though. I'll tell you about this when we do it here. First, I'll show you this right here. That's ice from the glacier.
It's so clear.
Yeah, it's crystal clear. Not like...
Oh.
Huh, you can't even bite it off now. What's that? What do you suppose? 30,000 years old?
30,000 years old.
I'm just making it up. I don't know. Maybe it's a million.
Well, it's back far enough.
All right.
It's probably 2 or 3 millennia.
The other day I was thinking about the megaverse. Is the megaverse, and you're going to know the answer to this probably, is the megaverse supposedly, I think megaverse is the term, does it mean that there's more than one universe, photocopies of this universe in other places, and people are over there living? Or is the megaverse supposed to be different dimensions in time, and you and I are in a different megaverse dimension in time doing something different? Which is allegedly the megaverse?
The multiverse?
The multiverse, thank you.
The multiverse, two different theories. One,
Look at that, one for you and one for me.
perfect. The one that multiple copies of similar realities / universes all occupying the same place and time but on different planes of existence.
And so you and I could be in a different universe doing something.
Doing
Is that
something
right?
similar at the same time, yeah.
Okay.
Then the other version is that
So this is garden vegetable cheese spread. You want some?
Sure.
Okay.
the other one would be more of alternate dimensions where history and timelines completely divergent.
And so like Back to the Future. So you could go to back into time, change your own life, and
but
come back
but it would only be for that.
for that universe.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
for that one, not yours.
Oh, okay.
Or that's the prevailing theories. There's others, but those are the prevailing ones.
Okay.
And then the other
Smoked salmon I smoked last week.
Okay. So the one would be you could they would call it mostly like Earth Prime. And from your Earth Prime, if you were to be able to travel to the different realities, the further that you went out, the greater the differences.
Huh.
The closer you are to your prime world,
Yeah.
say if you were actually able to travel from one dimension to the other, or one reality to the other, and if they can measure that, anyways, they would say that
Okay.
if your travel was really short, then that reality would be really similar to yours.
Provolone, Swiss,
Provolone's fine.
Havarti, cheddar.
Havarti's great. I like Havarti.
I'm going to guess that this stack here is the Havarti.
Okay. All of them are good.
I think Havarti is best on this, to be honest with you. That's what I had yesterday.
But there are people that say that that people experience slippage, if you will, from one reality to the other, and the realities are so similar that
Peppers?
sure, that you don't notice it, other than the fact that you swear up and down you placed that object there and it's not there, and you find it in a totally unrelated area.
That happens to me all the time.
Yeah, well, and of course, then you get into what's called the Mandela effect, where
Red onion?
sure, where you can have a group of individuals that remember history a certain way, and they'll swear up and down that's how it happened. And in this reality, it's different.
That happens to me all the time too. I remember things differently than they happen. So far, it's about my life, it seems like. Okay, let's see. Yachty. Oh, lettuce?
Sure.
See if that's all I brought. That's it. Okay. Yada, yada, yada. And so then you can roll that up however you want.
Perfect. You always provide an excellent lunch. There you had such horrible luck because you hooked that big gigantic king in that boat. came around the corner and cut your line.
That lady did every possible thing she could do to keep from, you know, getting in our way. I mean, she slammed it on, that front of the boat went down, it popped back out. I mean, she did everything she possibly could have done.
Yeah.
She rocked it, but such is life. Yeah. I remember one where I was fishing with you and you had 3 or 4 clients. I think everybody caught a fish except for me. And I got one on finally, and everybody's cheering, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then it got off.
Of course, the next day we took your son, came out, and the next morning, hell, we were done 25 minutes. We had 6 kings on the bank.
Yeah, that was a rocking day.
Yeah.
That's one of the first videos almost that I made. I think I filmed it with my phone or something like that. It's horrible quality film, but for me it's cool to go back and watch it because I can see my son. And a lot of it might have just been pictures, I forget. I just put it together and threw it on there. But it's when I was kind of first. I probably had 3 or 4 videos on. And so you've had these before, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really good.
Moose sausage that we made last fall. I have a video on that actually. Now, cheese if you want cheese with it. I made this cheese myself with Martha Stewart. No, just kidding. Raised the cows myself. I think those are okay, but the summer sausage this year, some years, back when, did you get summer sausage with us when we made it before? It's better now. We've figured out a couple new tricks.
Oh, good.
The texture of it is just way, way better. And I don't know if you remember it from before. I barely do. But the texture now is amazing. Before, they turned out kind of dry.
It is good.
We're underway.
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Interesting. Things you don't see every day, we'll call that. It's a little foamy. Actually, I'm going to go right here because I want to get in the rocks. Except I want to be eddied out. But I can eddy out right here. Right?
I didn't do anything, but the other guy got a couple little ones.
When we went by, we saw somebody had one on. It didn't look like it was huge, but
Where'd you put in?
up at the other bridge. It was 3.5 hours float to where you guys were. Yeah. Water was just slow, slow, slow. It was a nice day to be out. It's my first float of the year, so any day on the river is a better day than being home, right? So I was just watching a YouTube video where you were fishing up on the Dashka probably 6 years ago with bait.